Well, everybody's favorite bumpkin here. Some of you guys may be wondering why in the hell my ass isn't in the shop right now. Well, unless you've been living under a rock or you're new to this channel's all about motorcycles. And occasionally we do get to ride them instead of just work on them. And considering I had to go and do adult stuff today, and you know, well, adult stuff. And by adult stuff, I mean responsibilities and, yeah, all the non-fun adult stuff. Yeah, all the PG, well, all the PG-rated adult stuff, except for the crying and the omnipresent sense of dread from having to fork out money to city municipalities and obligations and things like that. Anyway, we're getting off task here. It's too damn pretty outside. It is 80 degrees. The only people that are butthurt about a day like this are the people that lost money on the Super Bowl yesterday. Me, on the other hand, I don't have to worry about that because I do not partake of the whole sports ball thing. It's not a thing in my house. It's not a thing for me. If you guys like it, hey, more power to you, all right? But not my bag, all right? Besides, football, foosball, basketball, baseball. Hey, what's up, brother? Anyway, all these ball sports, they only take one ball. Motorcycles, that takes two. So anyway, like I was saying, it's too damn pretty of a day to be locked up in the shop, even though, yes, I know, I've got stuff I got to get done on my Cletus, and that's in the works, okay? Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm going to have that for you Thursday night, but it is just too damn nice to be locked up in the garage today. And plus, since I had to get out and do stuff that I didn't really want to do anyway, I figured, what the hell, I'll bring you guys along for the ride because it's been a while since we've done one of these. That, and also I get to show you some of this city that we're fortunate enough to be able to live in, where most people pay to come on vacation. You know, hey, sometimes life ain't all that bad. You just got to look around and see what's around you. Come on, Mr. Traffic Signal. Do your thing, son. Oh man, tell you what, I wish I had a couple of free days where I could just throw some clothes in the saddlebags, pick a direction, point the bike in it, and pull the trigger. And unfortunately, it ain't but about a couple of weeks before Trailer Week at Daytona kicks off, Daytona Bike Week to the rest of you guys. I refer to it as Trailer Week because you've got all these guys from out of town that show up, and they've got these trailer queens that are really not something that you want to ride on a daily basis, and some of them not something that you want to ride more than 20 miles at a stretch. But everybody's just got to show up at Daytona, drive up and down the strip, cranking their hog, and you know, seeing just how much of a general obnoxious pain in the ass they can make of themselves. So you know, hey, more power to you. I have no desire to go to Daytona for Bike Week. I'll tell you all that right now. The only reason that I even consider going to Daytona, and unfortunately I haven't been able to do this yet, but I'm working on fixing that. I want to go to Daytona to watch the 200. I want to go watch the super bike races. I want to go watch the Twin 50s. Yeah, I don't give a damn about Bike Week. I give a damn about Race Week. So anyway, guys, I figured I'd bring you along with me today because, you know, not only do I have to do adult stuff here, I've got to pick up a couple of things that I need for the temple. So we are going to take a little field trip today to the People's Republic of Harbor Freight, or Hazard Fraud, depending on how you look at it. With me, it can kind of go in either direction if you don't know the truth about it. But while we're there, I'm going to show you what I'm grabbing and why I'm getting it. Spoiler alert, my carburetor fit kits for the ZX11, they weren't exactly complete. And this is a typical problem that I run into with most carburetor kits that's out there on the market. It's not just the off-brand cheapies that you find on eBay and Amazon. I mean, these are problems that I run into with some of the kits from the big name guys, you know, like All Balls, K&L Supply, also Radix, Radix, I gotta say, those guys have got one of the more complete kits out there on the market. But every now and then, or excuse me, Radix, I believe is how it's pronounced. Anyway, like I was saying, those guys got one of the more complete kits out there on the market, but the thing is, their coverage is so limited because they're kind of a niche supplier. You know, these guys look at the old CB750 stuff, they look at the old Gold Wings, like GL1000s, GL1100, 1200, stuff like that. They just, well, you know, they're Honda fanboys, but they're damn good at what they do, so more power to them. That, and also I have a new cleaning system at the shop, and I'm gonna give you guys a peek into that and let you know whether it was a hero or a zero, you know, a clodbuster or a turd floater. So I don't know, we'll try it. Now I will say I've kind of been playing around with the ultrasonic here the past few evenings, you know, using it for cleaning up shop tools and stuff like that. And also I put some parts in there that may be of the carburetor persuasion. Basically, I'm just trying to test out my chemical mix I've got in there, my home brew, okay? It's well, it ain't moonshine, but a lot of the science is the same. But we'll touch on that whenever we jump into the carbs on Mike Cletus, and I'm gonna have that video up for you guys Thursday, okay? I gotta finish shooting it tonight and kind of piece it and poke it all together, but I will have that for you. And I'll go over what kind of mix I'm using in my brew from a carb dip. And I want to reiterate to you guys, this is not taking the place of my soda blasting. I mean, that's something I am sold on. It is proven, it is tested, it is tried and true. It gets the job done. However, I felt the need to add an extra layer or two just for quality control's sake. Because I have had a couple of instances in the past where I've had a carb that was so gacked up, stopped up, tarred up, plugged up, whatever kind of up that you want to call it, basically fucked up, that whenever I did the soda blast on it, unfortunately, I had some of that stuff mix in with all the degraded fuel that had turned into tar and sludge and blah, you know, basically the stuff that mimics the life form that grows on the floor of a taxi cab. Yeah, that kind of gross. Anyway, I've had problems in the past where if I got a carb that was exceptionally gross like that some of the soda blast and then also some of the carb cleaner would clot up inside there, and it would block up really tiny passages like air bleeds and things like that. So we'd have to go back into them. Anyway, like I was saying, I figured what the hell, I'll take the plunge, try out the ultrasonics and see if I can shake all the remaining goo out of these carburetors that I get a hold of that are just exceptionally gross. And I don't know, I've run some test parts in it, and so far everything I've seen has been pretty good. So, you know, we'll see what it does, you know, in the real world environment, so to speak, that we're planning on using it for. But I will say this, it does a damn good job of shaking rust and crap and aluminum and years of worth of junk and spooge out of the teeth on a bunch of files that I had, and some of them I'd pretty much written off as being over the hill and too far to save. This proved me wrong. And the cool thing about this is, y'all know me, I'm a tight ass, okay? The thing is, with the solution that I'm using, it's widely available and it's extremely cheap and it's very easy to replicate. It's very simple. I've got to be on my best behavior because I have one of St. Pete's finest behind me right now, and you know, hey, we just you know, we got to put on a good face for the locals. I think he may be on escort duty. Okay, St. Pete PD decided he wasn't going to ruin my day and screw up with my vibe here, so we are back on our field trip to the People's Republic of Hazard Froth. Just got to get a few more streets up the way here until we hit 66, and then we'll be damn near there. And why is the bastard glide spitting and popping all of a sudden? I bought old BG here a brand new tank of gas Saturday night when I was on my way home from work, and I'll be honest with you, I never left the house yesterday, so This is about the first 5 miles or so worth of gas that I've run out of that batch in this thing, and right now it seems like it's not really liking it. I might need to pull a fuel sample out of this thing and see if I got a bunch of water and crap gas, because it's had definitely happened to me before. I tell you what, sometimes it sucks having to work for a living. One of these days, Lord willing and karma smiling on me, I'm going to either hit a scratch off, or somebody's going to be playing a scratch off and they're going to bottle around and hit me, and then from the ensuing settlement from that civil suit, I will be able to retire and be a professional recreational motorcyclist full-time and occasional part-time YouTuber. But until that day happens, I gotta go earn a paycheck like everybody else. Okay, come on, man, let's be real. Y'all know me, all right? If I hit the lotto tomorrow, my ass will probably still show up for work, all right? I'm gonna say that with about a 96% certainty. However, the small caveat to that is I'll get there when I want to, and I'll leave when I damn well feel like it. Okay, there's 66, and we need to go that way. So, indicator blinky blink engage, and now we just got to wait on the light. Come on, come on, come on. Y'all ain't figured it out by now. I'm an impatient driver. I got places I got to be at and shit I got to do. That's okay though. I can blame the evil Dr. Hamsterville here for being a bad influence on me. Thanks, man. Well, my first 280, that was my first car in high school. My second 280, I bought it as a roller, and me and my dad got stupid, and we put a roller cam 400 small block Chevy and a 5-speed out of a Firebird in it. And that thing was scary fast, but damn was it fun. Thanks, man. Old boy's out there just living his life, just doing his thing. He's just shitting and grinning the whole way. I can't blame him. There we go. Oh, bingo parlor. Don't tell Mama about that. She'll be camped out there all day. Hey, 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 hey. Check yourself, boy. Y'all smell that? Yeah, that's Harbor Freight. If you guys have been in a Harbor Freight store more than 3 times in your life, you'll know the exact smell I'm talking about, and you can visualize that in your head right here, right now, okay? You almost have it pop in your head whenever you open up one of their emails. It's kind of a cross between old moldy rubber and, you know, half-rotten styrofoam with a hefty dose of Lysol thrown on top of it to try to act as a cover scent, or, you know, well, anyway, you get the idea. I think I may have sucked a little bit of water up in that batch of gas. Old BG's doing good right now, but for a minute there, he wasn't having it. Pro Sushi and Hibachi. Is it just me, or does that seem very coincidental that they opened that up right down the way from Harbor Freight? I don't know, maybe it's just me. So anyway, guys, I'll be honest with you. I got a bunch of crap that I've got to do today, because I got one day out of the week where I can actually do, you know, normie adult stuff. So this is going to have to be a quick and dirty hit and run type of affair. But let's go on in here and grab what we got to grab, and I'll tell you guys why I'm grabbing it, and also give you a heads up on what you might want to watch out for whenever you're doing a carb job later on down the road. All right, gang. We are here for some O-rings, because carb kits I got, some of the ones that it included was the wrong size, And then some of the other ones that they should have included, flat ass wasn't even there. But the Viton O-rings, these are pretty decent bang for the buck. $10 for decent assortment. The good thing is they give you the industry standard numbers on these to where you can reorder the ones that you need whenever you use them up. And also, while I'm at it, I'm going to buy an assortment of these nitriles because I got some of these at the house, but I'm running low on a few of them, and it's actually cheaper for me to buy one of these assortments because of the sizes that I commonly use rather than order them in a big bulk quantity off of Amazon, because usually when you buy them like that, you're going to be stuck buying them anywhere from 50 to 100 at a time at a minimum. What do we got on clearance? What kind of impulse buy can I stumble across? I will say this, I've got a couple of these on some of my pneumatic hammers or zip guns, $4 a pop. That's a hell of a deal. If I didn't already have them, I'd be buying a couple. Oh, don't need nothing there. It would be nice if they would show these in a clear box where you could see the actual size of them, or if they would tell you whether or not that was the actual size of them on the package. I mean, right now they're on sale for $13 for the assortment if you got an ITC membership, which you should have if you're in here more than twice a year. It's worth your money. You know what the hell, we'll take a chance on it and we'll see what shakes loose, because I know I'm going to need some of these things for Mike Cletus, and also I know I need a couple of them for hen's teeth. And the ones that I don't use, well, eventually I'll use them on the Life Units Land Speeder or Petty Officer Squid Boy's truck. I feel as if I should depart here shortly because I have no adult supervision. $28 a gallon for Evapo-Rust. Ouch. Save your money, kids. Don't buy that stuff. There's plenty of homebrew remedies out there floating around on the YouTubes, and some of them work way more effective than Evapo-Rust, and they got a hell of a lot more staying power. And plus, you can build it, or you can mix it up yourself at the house for the same, for 5 gallons as what you would buy a gallon commercially made, if not cheaper. Just to give you a little heads up. So I reckon before we get out of here, I'm going to take a look at the scratch and ding section to see if I might be able to score a deal on something. And that's a big fat negative, Ghost Rider, because there ain't no deal to be had here today, folks. Hey, every now and then you hit a good one, every now and then you get skunked. Oof, $180 for that guy. Yikes. Not hating, okay, they got to make their money where they can, but the thing is, that's the same as what I paid for mine, and mine's got actual knobs instead of the little touchpad things, so in theory it should be a little more user friendly and shouldn't have as many problems with it, if any, hopefully, knock wood. But also, that one's only a 6-liter basin on there. For you non-metric die-hard Imperial guys, that's roughly 1.5 gallons. Well, mine's 15-liter, so that's not quite 4 gallons. So got a hell of a lot more bang for my buck. Nope, not gonna do it. Nope, not gonna do it. I will say one thing though. These little cheapy needle file sets they got for like $5, they've had since the dawn of time. Man, those things, the files themselves are great. The handles, if you use them a lot, after about a year or so, the plastic seems like it breaks down and it crumbles off of them. But that's okay, because they still got a knurled tang underneath there to where you can grab a hold of them. Whenever my handles wear off, I'll just take a piece of wooden dowel and drill a hole in it and tap it in there and, you know, knock off the rough edges, and boom, I got me a handle again. Because the little dinky guy underneath there, it's kind of hard to hang on to. But the files themselves work really, really damn well. By the way, y'all, just to give you a heads up, these combo sets where it's got metric and SAE on the full polish ones for 20 bucks. Don't snooze on those. That's a pretty good buy, and that's the same stuff that I use at work and the same stuff I've got there at the temple, and I beat the crap out of those things, and so far I have zero complaints about them. They're hanging in there, they're holding up, and they're doing a damn good job, and they've been on the job for several years at this point, so I'd say I've put them through their paces fairly well. Yep, time to pop smoke and bail, kids. We got to get out of here. We got stuff we got to do. Hey Bart, what's happening, man?
Hey, I like the thing on your helmet. That was smart. Still receiving our free promotions and instant savings offers?
Oh yeah, dude. I get more email from you guys than I do my kids. Yes, sir?
Your membership's getting ready to expire, sir. Can I add some time for you?
I'll load it up here next time I'm in. Dude, I'm in here a couple times a week. You know that. Well, I'm what you would call a pro-level mediocre procrastinator. How about that? Thanks, bud.
Here comes your receipt.
You guys are going to email me one anyway.
Just in case. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Man, you can tell it is springtime in Florida because everybody's opening up their pools and the chlorine is in the air. Okay, well, we made it out of the People's Republic without breaking the bank. Although I will freely admit I caved in and I allowed myself a grand total of 1 impulse buy. But hey, I can justify that impulse buy because it's something I needed at the house and something I didn't have. So there. Neener. Okay, so now we got Harbor Freight out of the way. Got to go by the bank and I got to pick up some temporary checks. I'm trying to remember, what is this thing called a check? I haven't written one of those in, God, 6 years at least. It's sad. The reason I got to pick up temp checks is because it's been so long since we've written a check, we cannot find our checkbook. It's somewhere in the house. But the thing is, we've had our account, our current account, we've had that account open for 8 years now, and I think we were on like check number 4 out of the whole damn book. So yeah, that ought to show you how often we actually write a check for something. But oddly enough, since the federal government is so good at wasting everybody's money, they're totally fine with taking a check instead of real money whenever you got to go get a passport. And that's one of the things I got to go do today is I got to go get my passport, because we're looking at doing a little bit of traveling to a as of yet undisclosed location for our anniversary / yearly celebration of toleration with myself and the beloved wife unit. And this instance, it is going to require a little bit of travel. Hang around, you guys, because I promise you I'll keep you in the loop on that. Let's just say this. Where I'm going and where I'm going to end up at, they ain't ready for no damn hillbilly like me. That is fat kid targeting. It's not fair, man. So anyway, there's the new Publix bunker, or well, Publix Foods, because right now it looks like a bomb shelter in progress. But man, they're building that sucker. And the funny part is that used to be a price, or not a price cutter, but it used to be a Winn-Dixie, and it was a pretty big store then whenever Publix bought them out. And at first they started to, renovate the old store, like Publix is wont to do. And then they stopped, and then they demoed the original building and started over from scratch, which I thought was kind of odd, because I assumed it was because of hurricane damage, because all that happened about that time when hurricanes came through. Even though we didn't have much structural damage here in this area, I just thought, well, you never know. But that wasn't the reason why. I don't know why, but it wasn't from storm damage. I guess they just figured, you know what, screw it, we want a brand ass new building, and that way we got a warranty. So that's what they did. There we go. little bitty bastard that you can just barely make out there in the distance. That is why I have no problem riding a motorcycle year-round in Florida. Hey, brother, what's happening? Because here we are, a week out from Valentine's Day. We are in the first week of February here, folks. It is 80 degrees, the sun is shining, I am smiling, working on my tan, and as soon as I get back to the temple, guess what? Flip-flop mode will be engaged. The only downside is here in, about a month, our beach access is going to be revoked. Not because the beaches are closed down from storms or anything like that, and occasionally, you know, we do have problems with red tide here. Spring break, that's what's happening. And it's not like they officially closed the beaches, far from it. They actually will bust them some bitches wide open and everything because they're like, hey, tourists, give me money, come on, daddy needs paid. But when you live here, you learn to avoid the beach at all costs from about the ass into February to the first part of April. That way you don't have to deal with all the bro code, Ken doll looking wannabe college, broham types. Because I got a damn short temper, and well, I wouldn't say I got a short temper. I'm a very tolerant person, but I got a really, really, really low tolerance for bullshit on the same page. And it doesn't help the fact that I've got a real bad tendency to speak my mind. So yeah, there we go. It's just better this way. I was informed by the beloved wife unit not long ago that she is on her way home from the happiest place on earth because she is feeling poorly today. She's been trying to fend off this ick that she's got down in her chest for the past couple of days, and yeah, she's doing it, but she ain't digging it, and she decided it would be a better option for her if she were to go ahead and throw in the towel and call it quits and come home today to where she can self-medicate, if you will, with a little bit of Vicks Vapor Rub and adult drink to tamp it down with. Basically, she's trying to burn this shit out of her chest, y'all, and she's got the hacks and the coughs and the wheezies and the sniffles. So I hope she gets squared away and feeling better soon, because I hate seeing my baby puny like that. I know it ain't no fun. Here we go. Wait a minute, I'm a retard. I just drove smooth ass past my bank. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm a double retard because I forgot where my bank was. It's right there. Mama always said I was special. Hell yeah, they know us here. Tell you what, y'all, I've been with Navy Fed ever since we moved to Florida, and I have zero complaints. They've probably been the most accommodating financial institution that we've ever worked with. Now, that being said, for obvious reasons, I can't take y'all inside with me, so have no fear. I gotta go do my thing, and I will be back shortly. Okay, mission accomplished. We got some temporary real fake money from the bank here. So now, and then, tell you what, a lot of the businesses and strip malls and things like that around here, their speed bumps do not play. Yeah, not digging this tank of gas, y'all. Rhodey may be ugly, but one thing's for sure, he's solid and he's consistent, and he don't normally do shit like that. So what's a guy to do? Simple solution. Spend 2 days driving back and forth to work where we can get this crap ass tank of gas out of here and buy a brand new tank, because that's about what I average. Shoot down Tyrone Boulevard here and point things back in the direction of the hacienda, because the beloved wife unit has returned to home base, and if y'all will forgive me, I need to check in on her. And why? Oh, yeah, dummy, it helps if you turn the gas on, stupid. Anyway, like I was saying before that slightly embarrassing mental lapse there, noob move, hello. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off here for a little bit, go home, see how the wife unit's doing, Probably going to take her to urgent care, see if they'll write her a script for a big orange pill, and, you know, tell her to drink a lot of orange juice and, you know, soak up some vitamin D, because, you know, that's the cure-all for everything down here in Florida. Get out, get some sun. Everybody's out on twos today. I can't blame them. It is gorgeous. Old timer, that sign says stop for a reason. You're taking your life into your own hands there, son. I am glad to see that they are finally getting around to doing some repaving around here on the main strip here. Well, this isn't the main strip, but y'all get the idea, okay? Some of the more common roads through town, your main access points, some of these were getting bad, y'all. And I mean, it wasn't just, you know, like a pothole or two here and there. We're talking bomb craters, y'all. I mean, if you rode a scooter in downtown St. Pete on certain streets, you were at risk of disappearing because it would swallow you alive. Day like today, I would just love to be able to just take off and wind up where I wind up at, but unfortunately, I got stuff I got to do. One thing I got to do is get rid of this crap-ass gas in this tank, because that's starting to get on my nerves. This thing's popping and farting like somebody that just judged a damn Texas chili cook-off. Looks like the boys at the lawnmower shop got the AC cranked up already. They're starting early this season. They got all their doors closed, but they out there working. Watch out for the kitty holler here. Well, boys and girls, I'm glad I was able to take you along for a ride with me and show you some of my fair city that we are fortunate enough to be able to inhabit here in St. Petersburg. Technically, we're kind of sort of on the bubble in between St. Pete and Gulfport here, but you know, hey, you know what? That just gets us that much closer to the beach and all the good eating spots and the nifty little bars and this and that from down in Gulfport and all that. And it's well, let's just say it's low effort relaxation. Let's just leave it at that. You know, I've always wondered about that Mount Zion Primitive Baptist Church. So is it like, you know, loincloths and bearskins for your Sunday best or what? I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of curious, but then again, I'm kind of afraid on the same page. And there's one place I wish didn't survive the hurricane. Now I'll say this, okay, church is chicken. There are many, many churches, establishments scattered all about the country, nay, I say all about the globe, that have excellent food. Their spicy chicken is amazing. Their taters and gravy, it's delectable. Their biscuits are to die for. But that place over there ain't one of them. I mean, that is, if you want chicken jerky, yeah, you go to that place, it's right there. But if you want something that resembles food, stay away. They're repaving 19 here. This is about as smooth as a damn pool table right now. Man, it feels good. This part of 34th South here for a long time, man, I mean, it was kind of like being on a motocross track, except without all the fun stuff like dirt and dirt bikes and yeah. I'm just glad they're finally doing something with it, because it was getting rough, man. Anyway, I've blathered on quite a lot now, probably longer than I should have, but hey, we will pick this up. I want to give you guys a little sneak peek at what we're doing with Mach Cletus, particularly on his carburetors, because I got to show you guys all the bullshittery and all the screwed upness that I found in those things whenever I opened them up. Spoiler alert, it was way the hell worse than what I initially thought, and I was actually kind of surprised that not only did the bike run, well, run period, but I'm kind of sort of halfway surprised that it didn't actually create additional damage on the motor because the carb's being so out of whack. Whenever we get into that, I'll give you guys a close-up sneaking peek as to why. Because whoever was in the carbs on this thing last time, well, let's put it this way. Ray Charles would have probably done better doing these carbs, because the problems that these things had inside of them whenever I opened them up and I got to breaking them down to clean them, I mean, they were several and they were spread far and wide. So stay tuned for that, because that one's going to be a master class on the epitome of what not to do whenever you're setting up a set of carbs. Make sure y'all tune in for that one, because I ain't gonna pull no punches. It's gonna be, well, it's gonna be rough, y'all. So for those of the weak stomach variety, look away. You've been warned. Ha! Thought you got me. Wrong.
Force will be with you, always.